Okay, well, the time's come to wire this up. So the Volt came with this 110 charger. It takes about 10 to 12 hours to charge, and it's got a little charger later. But I bought this $600 charger for $100, and want to be able to charge in multiple locations. So if the car's here, goes up and around, goes over to there. So that's where the outlet's going to be. And then I'm going to just attach this part. Somehow there's a holder here up there, and it's going to be suspended. So in theory, she's over here. I can charge over here, or I can swing it back and charge it. She pulls in over here. So it should reach either way. Just slide the cable over. But I got to get electricals up there. So I've got the electricals started. I got a metal box. It goes over there, goes along there, comes over there, goes in there, out there, across there. There's the orange. And now it's coming down here. I got a shooter over there, put her through one of those holes. If not a hole, I need to make a bigger hole and then come down into here, then into the box, shoot it in. And then I already put the circuit breaker in, and she's gonna be right here, L2 charger. So just gotta shoot right into there. I tried to identify as many circuits as I could. I'm missing, knowing what these two and this one does, these three. I got distracted and just got tired of going around looking for outlets. So yeah, there we go. That's so we're almost there. It's dusty up there. So this is weird. About 7:30, I heard a noise, and I could have sworn the clock was out. Then when I got up, some things were working. So like this one popped. The attic light's always off. And then Sophie's outlet freaked out. Every one of my panels, only have 4, something weird like that has been happening or happened. So I don't know what happened. Now, some of those circuits may not have had anything on, like the lights downstairs, but it's very odd. It took me a while to figure out, because the design was supposed to be that this entire floor was going to be off the one circuit, but that wasn't the reality. Then there's a base 2 in the basement. There's one at the front with the service 200 amp. Then there's one downstairs straight down that way. But this one also does this part of the house here, because so the basement one does the basement and this part of the floor. And then that one in the utility room does the kitchen and the rest of the first floor. And then upstairs is off the second. And the reason being is there's a beam underneath here. There's a beam underneath over here. And you're not allowed to drill those beams. So I knew the wiring had to go there. And they, for whatever reason, didn't just do the right thing and come out of here and come across, because they could have done that. But then they would have had to gone through each one of these beams. So I don't know. Anyhow, it just makes a little mystery, because when you're over here, it's like, do I go back room or do I go downstairs? And they're not exactly consistent. This thing went outside again, but it came back. So, well, time to go to work. Why are you fighting me? She's getting gentler, but still a little bit rotten. She's not. Well, now she's biting me, but she's doing it gently, so that's an improvement. Well, I went to Lowe's looking if I could find a plate that has a hole for this that sits in here, and I looked up and down. I couldn't find anything. I couldn't even find these receptacles there. So I decided what I would do is make my own hole. So I'm going to drill a hole right in the middle. Hopefully this one will fit. I got to do some grinding. And then once I got that, then I'm just going to drill a couple holes for the plate here. And then we'll stick this through. And I may not even go with this. I don't know. I think this is going to be fine. Maybe it looks sharper. Oh yeah, that would look sharper. So, yep, that's what we're going to do. It's going to be fun drilling through this 16th inch of steel. So we're going to use Mr. Weiss. And Mr. Weiss is handy for holding things like this. So there's going to be a little bit of a fun here going metal to metal. Yay, no. Step number one is to pound a hole approximately where I want to start the bit. Then we're going to use a small bit and we're going to drill in said hole. And I'm just going to work my way up until I get to this size. Then we're going to go through. Now, of course, it's in the middle of the knockout, so I got to be careful on how, because this will knock out. I don't want it to knock out, so next size up. So I know my bit's getting hot by the fact the smoke is coming off the oil I put on there. It's barely made a dent. Well, two things have happened. One, I barely made any progress. Two, my bit now is pretty fucked up. So even though it said it was bimetal, it ain't for this kind of metal. I guess it's not steel metal. So, yep, that, it's a good thing we got multiples of these, but thought that would work. Well, this came in the mail today. It's super soft, and I put her right in there, and she hasn't moved the last 3 minutes, which is really odd, because normally she hops her in and out. But, yeah, hopefully that's a keeper. She needs a little bit of a haircut, that one does. Well, this is what we got today. So I got a very, very long drill bit, 4 feet long. It's designed for if you need to run a cable or something through a wall, to a person. It's over 4 feet long. Got this Japanese saw. She needs a little bit of a cleaning. She's a pull saw, so she cuts when you pull. It's got whatever that means. Nope, no idea what kind it is, but it wasn't much. Then I got this. This is an Auric floor unit polisher. She weighs a lot. She weighs about 45 pounds. This is a 10-year motor life. Came with 2 carpet cleaning pads. And then this is like a Velcro attachment. Then a white scrubby and a heavy-duty green scrubby, and then a brusher thing. And they've let it sit on that brush way too long, so hopefully we can replace on that. Well, I know I can. But yeah, she's an orbiter. I talked her down to $40 and then paid $10 for these other things just because I didn't want change. And when I picked it up to put in the car, I'm like, yeah, this is worth more than $40. Apparently, they're new. They're $600. So, yeah. So this will be used for all sorts of fun things. Like I could use it for scrubbing on here. I can use it for scrubbing carpets. I can use it for scrubbing floors. I can do tile floors. So that's the thing. So I got to put the rest of the steel out. My steel guy is going to be coming tomorrow. And assuming the weather doesn't turn to shit, I'm going to work on that front porch and hopefully get those pieces in the ground and get 1/3 of the sheathing done. And I got to fix on Olivia's car. The brakes are metal to metal. I got a whole new caliper. 2 years ago, she replaced the one caliper because it was dragging. Now we're doing the other side. Probably should have done both at the same time, but what do I know? But yeah. So today's flavor is Costco synthetic. This tested really well in Project Farm. It's some good stuff. So we're going to need 4.5 quarts, so we'll just need one of those. And got to buy some more filters. This is a canister filter, but so we're just going to roll her up here. While I was in here, I topped off the coolant for the inverter, the elect digitals, and then I topped off big time the brake fluid, which tells me that the pistons are all the way out, which tells me that her pads are probably needing to be replaced. I do have new pads and rotors for this. And then I topped off the radiator fluid. So this takes 0.20, which is a very thin oil, which is good for hybrids because they don't have a lot of drag. There's that cat. What you doing, Dojo? I see you. So yeah, unfortunately the creeper doesn't work well with that. I will tell you this though, I got the world's largest oil tray, and I think this time I'm not actually gonna get oil anywhere because it's a big tray, so that's good. We're working on Olivia's brakes, and that is definitely what we call metal to metal. But I think the other side's metal to metal. I only bought one caliper, so we have to rebuild on the other one, I guess. I gotta go figure out which is which. I guess it doesn't matter, because I gotta take this off anyhow. So we sprayed down the bolts, little seafoam, deep creep. That's a creeper. So yeah, I've been here. Did this 2 years ago. Yay. So a couple weeks ago I bought these on Amazon. We're gonna try this out. So she's right on the bolt, and then this will give me half the angle I need. Well, these are 1/2 inch. I hope I can just shoot right out there. That's 1/2 inch. This is the first time I'm using this articulated ratchet, but as you can see, with the right extension, she gets right in there. And we can just tighten that back up right there. We hit the hole. So, yep, that's a win. So now the part that's befuddled me is the parking brake cable. I slid the clip out, this piece, that was holding it in to here. So this piece slides out, but she ain't coming out. We have to get meat at her. I can't melt on her because the rubber. The cable looks like it's in good shape, at least now it is. So we can take it up back there. And there. At least get some room on her. At least I got it out so I can work on her now. Get that thing out of there. I tried just grabbing and wiggling, that didn't work. Get a little creative. Okay, after screwing around for about 10 minutes, I realized, you know what? I'll just swap the bracket. So I put the old bracket on there with the new screws. Now we need to bleed the brakes. So I gotta then put the parking brake back on. But it certainly is an upgrade for the old caliper. I mean, that looks pretty sharp. We popped the wheel off of the other side, and it is indeed a new caliper. I can tell because of the even rust. And looks like the brake pads are good. That's the distance between the metal and the rotor here. What's weird is this. Why is it? So I think I'm gonna pop them off, grease them, and see what the hell's going on there. Why it shouldn't be wearing like that. That's why I thought it was bad. So Matt came by and got all the scrap metal. So all that scrap's gone. It's been raining most of today. So what better trying to work on the digitals. So I backed the car out and slapped the ladder up here. So it turns out this unit can use a 2-gang box, which isn't what I was trying to use. So that's a 2-gang box. You can see it's like a box in the box. I chose metal because it's made out of metal. Screwed it down there. So now I need to put these little screws in to get that front the outlet in. And a bunch of these other screws to get the cover on. So we'll get that on there, then we'll just have to hook it over there and we're done. Okay, well, plan B came in. Due to the way that plug is, how short that is, and how you attach this, I ended up having to lower like that. But everything's good, everything's upright. I have my ready, my charge, my fault. So now we just got to go play with some high voltages. Okay, so we got the box open. This is going to be our orange line. She's gonna shoot right through here, so we're gonna open this up, break that off, and put in a strain relief, which is one of these. So we'll clamp on the outside, the wire, so it stays in place. Then we got a trim and put a ground here. Now, this is just NMB2, which means ground and 2 wires, and it's 10.2, so it's pretty stiff to work with. She's just gonna shoot right into here. So hot and ground. That's in. So we got in here, I re-tagged this black with the tape here. So it looks like it's black, similar to this one. You're supposed to do that, I don't know why. That didn't feel very tight. So we're gonna spend a few moments tightening on all these. Well, that's loosened, so that's not gonna work. Anywho, so yep, bam. Let's go check out the other side. Okay, we got our good to go light. So we're gonna wash on that, air the tire up. I got a slow leak that leaks down every 2 days. If that lasts on the drinker's side, and come back and plug this in. So I got this craftily velcroed to here, looped over to here, so she can just, and even if she somehow parks over here, this will reach. And if she backs it in, which I doubt, it might not reach. Be over there. Yeah, but I doubt that. So she's charging at 220 or 240. Final product, charger, velcroed, over and around, over. It's not charging right now because it's fully charged. Into outlet, into green wire, red with orange wire. Wire goes over to there, goes over to there, comes out here. Goes up there, comes out there. They didn't put these joists in the right way. That's why that one's over there, because the other hole, I picked a hole. Over to there, down there, into there. So, yep, all done. So this is what pretty much all day's been. Rain, sun, rain. So we're grilling, and chicken is the flavor today. We're putting some sauce on, so I think I'm gonna turn this down and close it up and go inside.